Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Mellow Mama, and today I'll be giving my advice on getting through difficult times. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I usually talk about respectful parenting, conscious parenting, sometimes maybe fitness, never really beauty, but I should start doing that. And my little brother is building a guitar from scratch. That is what that noise is. And conscious living, which is kind of what this video is touching on. Recognizing our experience, our human experience, and just being aware of what we're feeling, what we're thinking, and why. And handling things gracefully and rationally as opposed to, I guess, erratically and emotionally. For those of you that don't know my actual name, it's Caitlin, and I'm telling you because this is a really personal video. I have a son who's 13 months old. His name's Donovan, and I have been living in Los Angeles for about the last 3 years. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably noticed that I've been in Ohio, in my hometown, for a little while. And if you haven't figured it out already, it is because Ben and I have separated, and that would be Donovan's dad and I. And it's, needless to say, a really big, intense transition. However, and there's so much that I could say about all of that, but you know, it's my personal life, it's our personal life, and Ben and I are still a team. We have a son, and just like I handle every aspect of my life in a rational way, we're handling our separation rationally. We don't hate each other or want anything bad for each other. We only want each other to be more happy and better off because of this decision that we've made. So that's that. I probably won't touch on that really ever again, mostly for the benefit of my son, because you know what's most important to both of us is Donovan. We never want him to be in the middle of anything or to feel any animosity toward anybody, especially if it's not based on his own experience. So that's that. But the reason I made this video is because I know that I'm not all alone. I know there are so many single mothers out there. I know there are so many women going through a similar situation. I know in general that there might be women that are feeling torn in their relationship perhaps, but super afraid of the outcome or what it might do to, I don't know, their family, their children, themselves, their image, whatever. And maybe for those of you that are experiencing any of those things, you're really having a hard time and life just seems super bleak to you, kind of like the lighting in this video. Wow, it's like super dark. Maybe if I... One second. Oh gosh. Okay, this light is much better. Hi, everybody. Whatever it might be that you're feeling or experiencing, know that you're not alone, and it's not the first time that that's happened. Most likely, every single person experiences times where they're feeling dissatisfied, unhappy, lost, confused. But it's not about how difficult your time is or saying, well, it could be worse, I could be in this person's shoes. It's more about what you do with this time, who you become during this time, who you are in life is sort of defined by these times. I have a few really great tips that help me personally. Look, I'm sharing something very personal with you guys. I don't have to tell you that I'm a single mom. You know, it's embarrassing, it's humiliating for me, and this brand that I'm cultivating, this platform about conscious living and respectful, responsible parenting. I mean, this is a really, really hard thing for me, but I'm all about keeping it real and being honest. So if I didn't want to, I wouldn't tell you that I'm in pain or that I'm going through a difficult time. And I also wouldn't tell you how I'm really feeling, which is surprisingly good and reassured and confident and strong, empowered. So know that I'm being completely sincere, I'm being really honest. I feel good in this time, and that's how I want everybody to feel, no matter what their circumstances. I want everybody to feel like alive, like life is worth living. That's kind of the point of my channel in a lot of ways. So I'm really feeling good, and here's how. First of all, I stopped labeling things in a negative way, in any type of way that was going to make me feel down or defeated. For example, using words like down and defeated. I stopped using stuff like that, and I replaced them with really positive words, with words that were sort of inspiring and encouraging. I really believe that your thoughts become reality, and if you're constantly thinking, I'm in such a difficult time, it's going to continue to be very difficult for you and very hard for you to come out of, as opposed to the other choice, which is a solution maker. Instead of complaining, you start really thinking, really brainstorming. It's just such a great thing to take advantage of, our actual brain power, to really cultivate the life that you want to live, to feel the way that you want to feel, look the way that you want to look, have the kind of relationships that you want to have. We manifest those things, and we cultivate them with our thoughts and with our words, the way that we speak. And that's my number one tip. Don't fall into the trap of just labeling this from the get-go as hard time, victim, broken person, lonely, sad, depressed. Stop it with those and replace them with good words, good thoughts. This is an opportunity. This is the time for me to grow. This is the time for me to demonstrate to myself what kind of capabilities I have, how strong I can be, how hard I can fight for my life to be exactly what I want it to be. Avoid anything negative. That also includes, like, if you're going through a separation, do not talk negatively about your spouse or whoever that was. Don't, if they really make you feel horrible things, don't talk about them at all. That's pretty much the best thing you can possibly do. If people ask you about personal details, just tell them it's really personal and I'd prefer not to talk about it because it makes me feel down. Because that's honest and that's fair, and anybody that asks you to do more than that is super inconsiderate. That's really rude. So yeah, no bashing anybody. Even if you're not going through something, don't talk badly about people. That's just so low. That is such a low level. They say great minds talk about ideas, average minds talk about events, and small minds talk about people. You don't want to be on that bottom tier, guys. Talk about ideas. Talk about creating things. Especially, like I said, if you're going through separation, don't talk about the other person. And if you're going to, talk about them in a positive way. As crazy as that sounds, think about what you learned from your experience. Think about good times that you had with them, things that you can be thankful for from them. Tony Robbins' mom beat him and it was kind of horrible to him from what he explains. And it's because of that he's able to reach, I think, millions of people on a daily basis with his teachings and with his heart. He's able to look at his experience with an abusive mom as a blessing, as something that was a gift to him in order for him to serve other people and kind of fulfill his purpose. So anybody can look at their experience as a gift, as a blessing, something that they can be thankful for and take something away from, because your experiences in life are what make you. They mold you and change you and shape you and help you grow. So no negative talk, not about people especially, because that's, once again, low, guys, so low. But in general, don't talk negatively about yourself, about your circumstance, nothing. Only positive thoughts and words. It's all about perspective and attitude, and we're going to kind of keep that in the positive realm as much as you possibly can. Second tip is to really strengthen your mind. In order to keep this positive mindset and to continue to say positive things about yourself and your life in the dark times, which we don't label as dark times, we label as times of opportunity, you have to train your brain to think and act that way. It doesn't naturally do it because fear is so strong and heavy. So train your brain. My number one way would be to meditate, where you're not just pushing out thoughts and trying to clear your mind. You're actually just letting your thoughts be there and not chase them. And I've mentioned this analogy that I got from that app Headspace, I think a couple times before, but it's just so good. And it resonated really well with me, but it said to imagine your thoughts like the traffic on the freeway. Instead of chasing after a car, just let them pass. Let your thoughts just pass. Don't chase after one. Don't try to stop one. Just let them pass. We naturally think so much. And in a time where you're feeling uncertainty, when you're feeling fear, those thoughts multiply and they become more intense and louder, and sometimes it becomes even hard to function. I know how that feels. Instead of letting that happen to you, take control of your mind. Start training it. Whatever it takes for you to do. Download Headspace, download the Calm app, read Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, read anything you can find on meditation, or even meditation for dummies, anything you can get your hands on to make you just have some quiet time where you don't have to think and you don't have to pay attention to bad thoughts. That's going to help you immensely. Another way to feed and strengthen the mind is through affirmations. Stand in front of the mirror as often as you possibly can, especially when you start and end your days, saying what it is that you would like to feel, saying what it is you'd like to have. Even if it takes just a small affirmation, I am a fantastic, confident mother. Whatever it is that you need to hear to feel better about yourself, and really whatever it is that you want to be, if you want to be that strong, beautiful, confident mom that you know is inside, you have to tell yourself, remind yourself that you are that you can be that. I know some days it's hard to feel good about yourself when you're and you're experiencing something like this, but that's what these are for. My third tip would be to read, educate yourself in this time, because in times of opportunity, you're going to want as much information, as much knowledge as you can possibly get your hands on. You've got to grow, and you don't really have time to waste. That's kind of the beauty of difficult times, is because there's usually pressure involved. And just like there was this guy that came to my high school once and he kept saying, no pressure, no diamond. In this difficult time, there is some pressure, which means you've got to work hard and fast, and that means you're going to grow fast. If you're focused, and if you train your mind, and if you take care of your mind, you protect it, and you stay positive, you keep that good attitude. In terms of education, read from people that are experiencing or have experienced what you're going through. Something that I really love are autobiographies of the people that I admire. Anybody that I think, wow, they've made it to the top of their game, I love reading from them. Anybody that has had success every single time, they've come through something incredible or challenging, and it's all inspiring. This time for you personally, and for me right now, it's just so important to basically grab a mentor through these pages or through YouTube, whatever it might be. Find people that have gone through what you're going through and come out like up here, okay? You want to find people that found success because of this experience, or just truly grew from this experience, because if this person can do it, so can you. Pick up self-help books, autobiographies, even if you have to, history books. Some of my biggest recommendations, I mean, every person will tell you The Power of Now is a great place to start. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Managing Oneself, and I'm going to link all of these in the description box below. In fact, I'm going to stop listing them, and I'll just put them down below, some of my all-time favorite books to help you stay productive, get motivated, get on your feet, and recognize this as, once again, what an opportunity. Next tip is to get physical. Fear is a really physical emotion. Like I said before, it can make you feel down, just weighted, heavy, tired. That's why when you talk to people that have severe depression, they're sleeping all the time. Your body is literally triggered. It has responses due to fear. You can freeze up. You'll want to flee the scene. You might start to shake or shiver. It's physical. You've got to combat that with something positive that's physical. This is where I live. I live in this realm because I love fitness. I love getting in the gym. I love dancing. I love going for walks. I love being outside, hiking, whatever. And I've always been that way, riding my skateboard, you name it. Whatever I can do to get out, get active, and use my body, I do it. I've always taken advantage of that, and I think that that's been a big contributor in me feeling okay during this time, and not just feeling okay, feeling really great and thriving, and being able to see this as an opportunity, being able to tell you guys all my tips, stuff like that. I think the physical aspect of it is a huge thing. Push your body in ways that you haven't done before. You might have already gone to the gym, you maybe know everything there is to know about bodybuilding or something, or everything there is to know about training for a marathon, but push your body to like a new level, doing your jog, and then at the last, stretch, when you're coming back to your driveway or wherever, you sprint your heart out, you push your body like you've never pushed it, and you just think like, yeah, I'm giving it 110%. That's what you need to do. That's just going to flood your body with endorphins, first of all, but it's also going to remind you that you're strong, that you're a powerful individual, not just physically, but mentally, because anybody that's an athlete can tell you it's all a mental thing. Next tip is music. Utilize music as a mood enhancer. Get Apple Music or Spotify or Pandora. Sorry, people are coming in and out of this house. Take some time out to really just like make 3 playlists. Maybe you can make one playlist that's like dancey music, things that get you moving. Like when you hear the song, you can't help but dance, okay? And for me, that's like every song. Have a playlist that makes you sing. Have another playlist of songs that just uplift you. My last tip would be to document this time, and document it in a way that you're manifesting, kind of scripting what you're going to create for your life. Maybe this could be the time that you should start a YouTube channel and start it by saying, look, I'm rebuilding my life at the moment, which is kind of what I'm doing with you guys right now. You could literally start and just say, look, you're gonna see me come from the bottom to the top. And this sort of holds you accountable in a way, to not lose sight of your goals, to not lose your drive, and in general to just keep moving forward. You need some accountability. You need somebody to keep you there, pushing you. And it doesn't have to be a person, but it could be your journal, where you really just write down everything that you're grateful for each day. Every day I start with 3 things that I'm grateful for, and if I'm like being an extreme overachiever, I do it at night too, but I can't lie to you guys and say I do it all the time. It's rare, but when I do it, I'm like, yes, I did it. I filled out my journal. After you do your morning one, where you say, I'm grateful for 1, 2, and 3, write down something that you'd like to manifest, and how you'd like to manifest it maybe, or how it might come to you, and also how that would make you feel. And then just focus on those feelings. Like if it's going to give you peace of mind, if it's going to make you feel secure, focus on doing stuff that's going to make you feel peaceful, secure, confident, whatever it might be. And close your journal, write in it the next day, or if you're like me and you're trying to like shoot for the moon, write your 3 things that you were really grateful for that day at the nighttime. Journaling is just such a great way to express yourself, so even if you're not just doing it as like a manifestation journal or a gratitude journal, write how you're feeling, because just like if you were to choose to, take video of yourself in this time, you can read this journal. And to wrap up my video really right now, I have to say that I think every single one of us is going to look back on this time as something we can be really proud of. It's the only way you can really look at it without, falling into that horrible trap of being ashamed and down. The time that it's going to take to heal exists. Yeah, it's going to take time, but it's possible. And like I said over and over again in this video, this is a time for you to grow and change and do what you want to do what you've dreamt of doing, create the life that you want to live. On that note, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly hope that it reached even just one of you. You're not alone. You're loved, at least by me, but by a whole bunch of other people, I guarantee you. So if you need anything, send me a message. I don't really have much at the moment, but I can help you in some way, I think. Or just, you know, leave your comments below about your experience or how you've overcome something that you thought was really trying. I think it'll inspire a lot of people in this community, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. You guys are gonna see me kind of basically go from, you know, 0 to 100 I think on here. And I'm gonna get back to doing my regular videos also, where, you know, I talk about parenting, and a lot of you guys have asked me for videos about makeup and hair, which I hate that kind of stuff, even though I like it personally, but I'm not like an expert, so I don't really want to demonstrate, but you guys keep asking, so I just might do that soon enough, and you can leave me a comment about that too if you want. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you.